As we all know, AI art is everywhere, including websites that sell art. So this is Fiverr. It's a really well-known site for people who want to buy and sell services. And one of the services available on this website is art. There is a huge and thriving community of artists on this platform, as well as people who want to buy art, just like Etsy. And just like any site that sells art, it is also completely rampant with AI art. So let's just look into some of this. Depending on what you're looking for, some tags will have more AI art than others. I first searched up anime art, and this was one of the accounts that popped up. So the artist is named Ishu. And by the way, I gotta say, for legal reasons, this is all alleged and do not send hate to any of these creators or artists. I'm just using this for educational purposes. So they write, "Hello, my name is Ishu. I have experience of more than 1 year when it comes to drawing anime art or concept art. I have the skill to quickly and easily help you bring your vision to life." Is it quickly or easily because you go to a bot and ask, "Hey, draw me a big titty waifu. Thanks. I will work until you're fully satisfied." But you'll get custom anime art tailored to your specifications, whether it's cute and wholesome or bold and alluring. Make sure you can properly depict what you want, yada yada yada. NSFW available, but contact beforehand. My guess as to the reason why they're asking for an early contact is due to the fact that not every single AI bot can actually create NSFW art. It needs to be trained on it, which is why I'm guessing you need to contact them so they can, I don't know, find the proper bot. And let's take a look at this. Boy, oh boy. This is giving AI on 1,000 bajillion trillion levels. Here we have a girl. She's got a hole in her boob for some reason. The art style is giving extremely AI. I'm blocking it, but again, this other girl has a lot of just like dots on her legs, little like pimples and particulars. Nothing wrong with pimples. Yo, I've got one on my face right now, but typically when you draw art, you don't draw pimples on your character. And you definitely don't put it on the leg. So this is just kind of like remnants of AI particles. We come over to this page. She is scrunching up her face, but the lines on the forehead just look so awkward. There's hair just coming straight out of her eye down across her face. This guy's muscles on the side of his ribs just looks very like punched in. He kind of looks like Play-Doh. AI again, like kind of goes overboard with muscularity, right? Like adding muscles where muscles don't belong. There's no extra, like you don't have like that many muscles in your neck right here. Again, with this guy, a bunch of random lines on the face, like one here that I think AI was trying to make a hair strand kind of bugged out. Not to mention this girl, she is sitting on nothing. She's sitting in the water. A lot of this will probably have to be censored. But again, like really extreme on the highlights. Like the light source is coming from everywhere, right? With this girl, there's a light source coming in from the right, but then there's also a top-down light source, right? But then there's also a light source on this side of her cheek, but then the light wouldn't hit here because her hair would block it. There's no way she would kind of get this like edge lighting on the side of her face. This girl again, a lot of clothing irregularities, the detailing, right? This bra has one adjustment strap, but this one has two for some reason. Again, AI has a tendency to make hair strands like come out of the head and then go back into the head. This girl, she has a lot of like singularity hair strands that just literally go back into her face. And this one again, the earring detailing, and not to mention these two weird like, bear ears for hair strands on her head. Look, again, if you're an actual human artist that makes these mistakes, these are all genuine mistakes that human artists make. But these are also mistakes that AI tends to do as well. And the difference between AI and like human art, obviously, with these mistakes is AI art is supposedly able to render at an extremely high level, but with extreme anatomy mistakes that beginner artists make. The math is not mathing, right? Like human artists, if you're able to render at this level, you would not have the hair melt straight into the top. It just wouldn't happen, or you would not give them extra fingers, stuff like that. Sometimes it does happen, you miscount a little bit, oopsies, but not like this. Oh, and another one too is shadows appearing where they don't belong, right? Like there's this looping shadow here, but there's nothing to correspond to it. And the biggest thing too is if you scroll all the way down, you can see, "Welcome to the future of artistic creation. I am an AI artist ready to transform your vision into stunning visual masterpieces." That is the about me for this artist. But in my opinion, and again, I mean, we've already got the AI tag up here, so at least they're being forthcoming with the fact that it's AI. I will make anime AI art as you like. Need I say more? The rampant AI usage here, again, the like really awkward detailing, the shapes not matching up, fingers just coming out of the side of the head. Again, look, her index finger goes down and then it reappears like 2 inches over. Here we have this other creator. By the way, I was not purposely looking for NSFW art. I was just clicking the art that was AI. So it's titled, "I will draw digital, realistic, or anime characters, art, and NSFW." So they write, "Hello, my name is Tenya. I am happy to welcome you to my gig page. This is where I will draw any character related idea you have. I can draw any story with your characters and any poses and backgrounds. I can also draw either an already created character or create one from scratch. Please contact me before ordering so we can discuss all details. If you'd like to order multiple characters on one page, please please let me know, then I'll make you a custom offer. And the basic is head and shoulder, $30, standard half body, 60, premium full body, 90. I would say for me, a couple of red flags that jump up is if an artist says they can draw literally anything. Obviously, extremely highly skilled artists can, but typically people would have specializations like, oh, you would specialize in drawing women, or you'd specialize in drawing mechs, or furries. But anything is always kind of a little bit of a red flag. Another one is like the speed of delivery and the price as well, right? For this level of illustration, typically these are the hundreds of dollars for full bodies, hundreds. And they can do like a head and shoulder, so a bust up, and it will take them 2 days to turn it over. Again, some people, right, it's their full-time job, they can turn it over really fast. That is really fast though for an illustration of this level of quality, right? If we're looking at this, like a piece that is drawn of this level, this would take, oh God, like insane amounts of hours. So doing this in 2 days, if you're genuinely drawing it, is insanely impressive. But to me, there's a lot of suspicious aspects of this artwork, or their artworks, right? One, the airbrushing and the really like highlighting of the armpits. Okay, some people are into that stuff, but AI has a tendency to make armpits look very, very, very fleshy and like moist that regular artists don't typically do unless you're doing like fetish art specifically. Another one is the patterning on the clothing just kind of breaking over here where the hair is, which is a little bit weird. The feet just kind of conveniently disappear down here. Another thing is characters. So AI will tend to get details of characters wrong. So this is Daki from Demon Slayer. And if I put a side by side of Daki's actual character design to this artwork of Daki, you would see a lot of aspects of clothing are wrong. Daki has large bows on the side of their underwear that is not present. The leggings look different, or the thigh highs, they kind of have this crisscross going on with the thighs instead of it being straight across. There is a flower patterning down the leg that is not present here. The bikini top flows, but here it has it connecting straight into, actually, it has it going into nowhere. Kind of connects into the bikini bottom, which is not how Daki's top actually looks like. And then the shoes are also completely wrong. And the hair color is also different too. So again, right, like as an artist, you can make artistic choices to draw things differently, but it's just a little bit odd that like a lot of her is drawn accurately, right? Like the upper body, the waist, the straps coming out, the bikini on the top is all drawn correctly. It's just once you go waist down, it's suddenly much less accurate. It's like close, but no cigar. You know what I mean? Again, with this character, it's just a little bit of a nitty detail, but this pinky is looking very awkward. Pinky lines flush against the edge of your hand, but there's like an extra fleshy bit that's present here. And then the two lines in the palm look a bit awkward too. With this, again, this braid just disappears. I mean, maybe it's going like straight up here. I don't know. Here we have a fan art piece allegedly of Mona from Genshin Impact, but again, a lot of the aspects is wrong, right? Her back cape is completely gone. Could be because they're trying to show off some assets of hers. I don't know, right? The stockings are again incorrect. I think her stockings are pretty notable. These, the pantyhose, not present. The garter on her leg, not present. Even the hair is wrong. She has 2 pigtails, but here they just give her 1. The hat detailing is also incorrect as well. I would say the big thing too is the particles that are added, which AI tends to add a lot of, right? Look at the stars. Here's a 5-pointed star. This is a 6-pointed star. We're back to a 5-pointed star, a bunch of little dots. This one, I don't know, it's all wonky and jarring. And then again, all these stars, but every single star looks a little bit off. Again, you're gonna tell me that this artist can render at this level but can't draw a 5-pointed star properly. I'm not believing it. And I'm not gonna go as deep, but other artwork of theirs as well. And the big thing again is like if you make one mistake, right? It's like, okay, it's one mistake, whatever. But it's just the consistency of errors that every single one of these pieces has all of these errors that are present within AI, but a rendering level that is so high, you really would not see that type of error with somebody who can render like this. Again, just a couple examples, right? The hand looks really wonky here. It's holding a strap that's going up into the hand and then where? Asymmetry within the clothing. Some clothing is intentionally asymmetric, right? But I mean, the bikini bottom, why does it have 2 straps here and it's only 1 here? The hair, right? It looks kind of like a little flat here and then suddenly a super thick braid appears out of nowhere. The lighting, again, very inconsistent lighting happening. There's a very strong light source coming from here apparently, but the sun is apparently behind her back. Here again, the lighting is kind of all over the place. There's a light source here apparently for some reason. And then here we have Freerin, except her ear does not connect into her head anywhere. I think this one's also a big one too, right? They're punching, but this guy's arm is really awkwardly short. Look how jacked the arm is on this side. Look how awkwardly short the arm is on the other side. And again, somebody who can render to this level typically would not make such an anatomy mistake as making one arm basically half the length of the other. And a big one is how wonky the buildings look in the back. Like this building is just kind of like squishing. And these are reviews from people as well. I would say this one is probably the most egregious one. She looks like she's maybe supposed to be sitting cross-legged, except there's like a naked bottom and then it just disappears into leg. I don't know what's happening here. And again, this is a review from somebody else who has purchased artwork from her, and I would think the 5 regular fingers tells you enough, right? This is 5 fingers, and this position of the hand doesn't even show you the thumb, and there's 5 fingers. Dude, somebody who can render at this level will not accidentally draw 5 fingers like this. Like you just would not. Again, this is not fault of anybody who commissioned them, right? Because I'm sure they didn't know. You come to this platform expecting to get a trusted and skilled artist, and then you end up with AI art. But besides anime art, you will find these everywhere. Here we have, I will draw background art illustration in anime style for stream VTuber visual novel by Akinori Studio. And these VTuber backgrounds, stream backgrounds are always rampant for AI. And there's a lot of glaring issues in this piece alone, right? AI is really bad at drawing fine details like clutter, for instance. It will just make it make no sense. Here we have a cat, but the cat only has 1 ear. Here we have an octopus cat, but there's no eyes, and that bleeds into something. And then I don't know what this blue slime ball guy is supposed to be, like a slug. This is the monitor, or that is just floating, right? This monitor actually is on a stand. This one's floating. If you look at the keyboard, there's no actual keys. There is apparently a microwave in this person's room. Hey, no knock on you if you have that. There's like poor cable management going on here. Look, I have poor cable management too, but I typically wouldn't draw that in a stream background, you know? And here's a desk, but the desk only has 1 leg, right? This leg is just gone. Let me go over here. Here we have a second cat with only 1 ear. Poor cats. Again, all this clutter that when you look closely makes no sense. Is this a cake? Is this a Snorlax that lost his head? Is this a bonsai tree? I really don't know. And then we have this anime girl poster on the wall, except she has no hands at all. Like, it looks, I don't know what's happening there. There's supposed to be an OO face, I guess, on the wall, except it's kind of melting. Oh boy. This one's once again very egregious. If you just take a look, I'm gonna be real. What is this supposed to be? What is that supposed to be? What is this supposed to be? What is this supposed to be? Is this a box or a speaker that is melting into the PC behind it? Again, the poor cable management is drawn here. What is this handle supposed to be? What is this? Yeah, like if you look closely at any of the details, nothing is making sense. There is Anime Expo badge hanging here for some reason. Here is another one. Again, let's completely ignore the fact this guy's hand is melting into the keyboard. But look at the details. It makes no sense. He has 2 keyboards apparently with keys that are completely crooked. Random lines breaking into the desk. The desk has 1, 2, 3 legs, 4 legs maybe. There are pictures hung up on the wall that are missing chunks out of it, and a lot of clutter. And 1 random floating thing here. And by the way, here's another big red flag. When the alleged quality that they're advertising doesn't match what they deliver. They claim to be able to draw at this level of rendering. Again, this is all AI, but AI, again, steals from actual artists, so it tends to have a very high level of rendering. Like this. And then this is art they made for somebody. I'm very impressed with the undersea bedroom design, da-da-da-da-da. This looks nothing like what they are advertising they can do. This looks a lot less AI, yes. Here they have this one for somebody. Again, like, I think this looks very cute. This to me does not look AI. It just doesn't look like what they're advertising. Here we have another one. The user says that they're very satisfied. Again, to be fair, this does look pretty human made. But the big thing is there's just such a huge discrepancy between this and what they advertised, and their advertisement being AI. Now the next big ticket title is if you search for PNGtuber. PNGtuber will get you so much AI. Here we have, I will create a fast, awesome PNGtuber to you in AI. At least they do specify it's AI by Succubus Zen. But like, I mean, I don't think I need to continue pointing out all of the AI tendencies in these pieces, right? Like extreme AI, more AI. And they literally claim, I'm an AI artist, official Pix AI ambassador. Here's another one. I will draw PNGtuber and custom PNGtuber. They only have 1 example. This is extremely AI again, for many reasons. Again, all these random particles that are happening in the head. The eyes don't even match up. Again, that happens to us all the time, right? Like sometimes you don't flip your canvas, your eyes don't match up. But with this level of rendering, but you can't get the eyes to be even, like this is not a full circle, is a bit awkward. Here, the hair just melts into the top. The bows is really janky. This hair, I don't even know what's happening here. Another one. I will draw, design, rig, live 3D, VTuber model, PNGtuber rigging for streams. I'm gonna go to this side, but this is clearly not the same character. Each character is different. The tops are completely different. Here, she's wearing a black jacket with a blue hoodie underneath. Now she's wearing a blue jacket with a black hoodie underneath. The stockings aren't even the same. The shoe color isn't the same. One's blue, one's pink. The straps are different. The hair is different. There's hair clips, and the old one doesn't have hair clips. A big one too is that the quality of these models are just so low. Look at this model, right? This is also extremely AI, in case you can't tell, with all these random symbols and stuff going on. But look at all the white that is present. That is not a design choice, by the way. That is due to the fact that they were trying to cut the model out of the background and some of the white remained. As you can see here, there's a hair strand, but the color doesn't even extend to where the line art ends. The coloring just stops like midway. And look at here between her legs. Again, all that pink peeking through is just chunks of color that were gone. Another one, I'll create your custom PNG2 avatar to stream with IA. I think they were trying to be clever to skirt around the AI by flipping the letters around, but we aren't followed for it. At least they're being transparent and stating it's AI, but come on. And here we have our final one. And this actually set me down a big rabbit hole. I will custom a PNGtuber or Vtuber avatar for streaming in anime style. And they say that they're an illustrator with 6 years of experience, and their specialty is graphics for streamers and anime style. And the artistic technique is freehand digital. But this definitely gives me a lot of AI vibes. One, this hand has 4 fingers instead of 5. If you look at the detailed face expressions, the eyes aren't even the same, right? Like the eye color is not the same, right? Look at this versus here, it's rainbow. The buckle detailing on the shirt doesn't match up. This buckle is like N-shaped. This one kind of looks like a cat. And then the buckles on her jacket doesn't make sense, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 gold buttons. There should be 4 matching buckles, right? Oh wait, 1 buckle, 2 buckle, a circle, and then a sticker, and then a 4th buckle. AI sometimes makes a lot of particles, and these white blobs alongside these like baby pink dots, like this is a star, but then what are these little circles supposed to be? Here's another little star, and then another bunch of little dots. And then just look at the stripe on the arm. Like the zigzag detailing is so muddy and blended in together. Kind of looks like AI jumbled up a little bit while doing it. Here's another one, right? Where again, all the eyes are different. Look at the pupil in the eye specifically. This pupil is kind of like 2 rings. This one is 1 ring in the same expression. These pupils are now 2 ovals, smaller circles. Then if I go over here, this pupil is just a dot, 2 dots. And now there's pink in the eye. And then look at the star detailing on the hair, right? These little stars, they're not even stars. They're like random jumbled up shapes. Again, it features awkward detailing, right? Like here, there's a bow on the shirt, but the tail of the bow somehow goes through the loop and comes out. It happens in normal clothing, but you typically don't draw that on an art piece. Again, hair strands coming down, connecting back into the hair. And here again, we have more particles. Like, what is this blob supposed to be? What is this blob supposed to be? What is this blob supposed to be? The zipper doesn't go all the way to the top of the shirt, apparently. Here we have another PNGtuber. Once again, just I feel like I don't need to point it out to you, but just take a look at how different the eyes look in each expression. Obviously, there's going to be some differences, right? Like when you're crying, your eyes might like squint a little bit, but it wouldn't warrant you drawing the iris completely different from the other pieces. Again, hair kind of like hair strands blending into other hair strands flicking up and connecting to nothing. Hair clip detailing that makes no sense. What is going on here? Again, zigzags and clothing detail that doesn't make any sense. And 1 like teardrop over here on the leg. And then the big thing too is if you go all the way to the bottom, they have a portfolio. And if you look at their portfolio, it is more AI art. Again, look at this bow. It's completely jumbled up. A human artist would not draw it like that. There's like some random red thing hanging here. The bow doesn't even match up, right? There's like a white stripe on this side of the bow that's not present on the other. And then look at the really stubby thumbs. Another example in their portfolio. Once again, we kind of have hair strands going down and then going back up into the hair, which doesn't make any sense. Again, way too many fingers, maybe, right? Like here we have 1, 2 fingers, but then as you can see in the curled fist, there's a 3rd finger, then a 4th, and then a stubby thumb. But this piece here also looks like it could be a finger that she could be making a peace sign. It's hard to tell. Gray strands going straight into the hoodie here. Another one, right? She's kind of doing like a finger on the lip, like cutesy pose, except her finger is going straight into her mouth, which again, as an artist, if you're a human being, you probably would look at that and be like, oh, that looks a little odd. Maybe I'm not gonna make her look like she's, I don't know, pushing her cheek out and like pull it, lower her finger a little bit. There's like particle bird details in the hair. This looks like AI was trying to make an ear and then turned it into her hair, which looks really weird. Hair strands kind of blending into each other. Another one, again, the really awkward bow detailing, right? Where the bow has 1 tail instead of 2. Not quite sure what she's gesturing with her fingers for. But again, this hand has 5 fingers, right? This should be a thumb here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, 6 fingers. She's doing this, but there's an extra finger here. And then again, hair strands coming down, going back into the head. Now, this is the final AI artist that I found in my little rabbit hole of Fiverr searching. And this one is, oh boy, just this is egregious. So this is by Ethan Park. I will do live 2D anime VTuber model OC PRP live 3D VTuber PNGtuber rig it for VTube Studio. This is the example video. And this alone is already giving a lot of AI red flags, okay? Just a couple. The skull on the head, right? Like the teeth are broken. It's got 4 teeth in the middle, then 1 crooked teeth up here, the 2 crooked teeth over here. Again, we have the hair strands coming down and then going back into the hair. It's like connecting back up into the hair. The skull down here has a whole bunch of circles on its head for some reason. A lot of clothing detail that doesn't match up. The hands also look a bit awkward, but I digress on that. And then the skirt pattern detailing just kind of being all jumbled, right? Like there's some down here, there's some higher up and some further down. And then this is the graphic VTuber burst. And then Ethan advertises expressions as well. Again, need I point out all the AI detailing on here? 1, again, the ear looks really weird. 2, clothing inconsistencies. Here, VTuber model. But like the quality between these VTuber models also look really different. This and this look very different in style. And these 2 also look very different in style. And this one also looks very different. And here we have a creator that purchased from them. And it says, took a while, but the rigging was done. But here it says live 2D rigging service by Zishan Ali. That's not Ethan Park. And then why are the reference sheet examples so different? I don't know. Maybe they got like one demon character as a PNGtuber and then like a different VTuber. I don't want to like talk too much about this because this is like somebody's commission, but the rig is quite poor, right? Like you can see as the chest turns, the line art for the boob is here, but there's no skin color to the boob. Like the layers are incorrect. So therefore the hoodie cuts into the line art of the boob. That's just one example. But I was like, okay, this is odd, right? Let me go figure out who the OG art on that first frame belongs to, that VTuber model, the pink-haired one with the skull. And I found an Etsy seller. So their site is called Tuber Designs for all your creative VTuber designs. And they're a star seller from the Netherlands. And look what we have here. Skull goth girl half body. And the background is all AI. Like just look at the funky detailing going on with the pillars. This skeleton with the crosses having this weird like U beneath it. And this is exactly the video of it being used. Oh boy, wait, is the background art also AI perhaps too? Right? Like what is going on here? These plants are melting into the wall. There was random lines on the ceiling for some reason. Here's the example art. And yeah, this confirms what I was thinking. The fingers look really jarring. Like the fingers and the hands look broken. They're all kind of like going in different directions. Here we have more close-ups. And what is this? More models in shop? Wow. Wait. These models look very AI to me. Wait a second here. Let's just take a look at some of their models. So here we have Pink Kitty. Just look at this. Okay, oh my God. Look at the rig. Like you can see the white line here because they rigged it so poorly. It's an AI image that was then cut and chopped up. Like look at the ear. There's nothing behind the ear, so there's a gap here. There's this cut, just look here when the model tilts its head. Like look at that cut where the ear is because they literally cut out the hair strand and bent it. Like look at the white here. It's such a poorly chopped up model. The reason why it looks so poor is like VTuber models need so many layers to make it happen, to make the movement go through. But AI art is only gonna be 1 layer, so therefore you're gonna cut it up and then like pray. Again, this is AI, right? The bow detailing makes no sense. This bow has 1, 2, 3, 4 tails. Like look at the, again, there's the whites of the eyes right here. Again, this rig is just awkward. Like the chest is just bouncing when the head tilts. Is this supposed to be a Hello Kitty on her chest? There's like 2 pink circles on its head. And just look when the eye closes. Like just look how jank this looks. Here we have another one. It's a PNGtuber called Purple Witch. And let's just zoom in just to take a look. Here again, we have hair that melts into the chest here. This is, yeah, definitely AI. Look at the crisscross detailing on the rim of the hat, except it's broken. Just goes up here. And then the lines on the chest not adding up, right? This one goes all the way up here. This one only goes up kind of halfway. There's one little one peeking out here for some reason. And the crisscross detailing here makes no sense. This is also most definitely AI. So not only did that Fiverr seller use AI art, they also claimed an AI VTuber model was theirs. So again, look. At the end of the day, the reason why I'm making this video is to educate you guys on how to spot AI art when you're looking for these artists, right? These are all the red flags that I think you guys should look out for. 1, if the price is much cheaper than the level of quality the artist is offering. 2, if the turnover time is really short relative to the quality. If the art piece looks like it should have taken them 40 hours, but they're able to turn it over to you in 2 days, the math is not mathing. 3, reverse image search the images that these artists have as their example artwork. 4, read the reviews that people left with photos to make sure the artwork that you're gonna get matches up to the quality they claim they were able to do. And then make sure they don't have any active things about AI, like posting about AI, talking about AI, etc. At the end of the day, your money, do whatever you want with it, but I want you guys to not get scammed, so be smart about it, okay? And again, if you like this video, I appreciate it if you do like and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. I also stream on Twitch 3 days a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, Saturdays, 6 p.m. PST, so I hope to catch you guys there or in another one of my videos.